Do these people really believe? It seems like a cult at this point, like a layered artificial version of reality put onto the world, like Brave New World type shit. You know, like it's like you're not really fine, but you like to believe that you're fine, and you're so good at self-hypnosis that you actually believe it. And you could say, well, you're so condescending, right? Because you know better than them. Oh, look at your ego. Well, it's interesting, right? Because I saw this post on Instagram and he was like, we are living at the best time ever because you have AI. And AI, like, it makes your business for you. And you are young and like everything's just working out for you because it's just be lucky to feel alive. It's all like people who are not successful, he was saying pretty much, they have a mindset issue. And I'm like, you really, could you tell that to a child, like in a war zone? Like seriously, like, please, like, I want to see you do it, like seriously, because like it's really easy, you're right, to just record a fucking video, but like, you know, and you keep saying, oh, but you didn't go through a war zone, well, what the fuck are you talking about? Well, there's like different things that can happen to you that will make you realize it's not about just like, oh my god, I'm manifesting, For me, it was like karmic, like health issues. You know, it was like shaking all day long and addictions, and she's like, yeah, you did. Eventually, you'll realize, even though the ego is really hard to surrender. Like I don't know if to use a different word there, but because it's like it really does believe. It's like, okay, I'm gonna try real hard, and from now on, it's like a new identity, a new shift, new personality, new timeline. They could say, okay, from now on, every day when I wake up, I'm going to do this and this and that, a new routine, and then I'll apply for this job, and I'll do this path, and do this and do that, and then I'll be able to move into a bigger house, and then I'll, like, you know, it's like, it's, first of all, it's in the imagination. Like, I'm not going to say, like, if you can do it and it makes you happy, like, please, like, go ahead. Like, I'm not really trying to talk to these people. But the people that I would like to find is someone who watches these videos and you know that it doesn't make sense. Like, what they're saying is like, for example, they could say, oh, well, there's an infinite million possibilities, so you're not a slave at your 9 to 5. For example, you could just house sit dogs like and travel around the world, and it's so easy. How did I never see it? It's like like you could be struggling to like brush your teeth or like wake up or not kill it, like like you have so much say karma driving you crazy that you're constantly in a negative loop, and you are trying your hardest. This is the part that they'll miss, because it's always like this almost fatherly entity, but it's not a nice father, and he's like, yeah, but if you wouldn't have done that, or you could be doing this, or you'd be trying this, or you'd be applying to this job. It's like, but you are, you know, in your heart you're trying your hardest. And yes, someone in a super hypothetical scenario could listen to what I'm saying, to self-indulge in things that are actually actively destroying your life even further. I know this because my ego from a few years ago would have probably done it. It's like, oh, I'm trying my hardest. You're right. Let me just stroke my shit's mood off to porn 3 times in a row, which will make my life worse. But I'm trying to delude myself into thinking, like self-hypnosis, that no, it's actually like I'm still trying. No, you know, there's a place for like every moment. If you're doing that and you catch yourself, you're deluding yourself, then you're not trying your hardest. But for the people who know in their heart that they are trying their hardest, they get bombarded with this new age mythology about how could you just do anything. It's like, can you? Like, do you seriously, like, you think, I get a feeling that my cat would like to live in a bigger house with a garden sometimes. And you think he could just like do that? Like, and you'd be like, oh, but you're a higher being. Bro, like, not really. I never saw it that way. This cat could be like or some cat, because I know from experience we could say that at least one cat, because I can't speak about all cats, but one cat, the way that I found out is like he was like we could say a soul, like a human soul. Not that he. See, I think the mind hears that and it's like, oh, so he got punished and he had to incarnate. No, I think he wanted to. But yeah, if he had a mind and he was self-hypnotize himself into thinking, oh, I'm going to listen to Bashar until I like seriously, it'd be nice if someone really like just for science, right? Because they're so like New Age is so scientific, or they try to pretend it's like, oh, it's like objective, it's like framework. Joe Dispenza is like mathematician, like that, this type of energy, right? So if you're like, it's so cool if like they, I mean, at this point it could be AI. So obviously it's just a joke. Like I don't actually want this to happen, but like if they just put them on a cage, like, you know, like a zoo animal, so it's like, okay, please manifest your liberation, and we'll be recording the entire thing, or maybe eyewitnesses, so it's like it could be more verifiable. No, like I do want to buy your course actually, Joe Dispenza. I will give you my house and all my possessions, like whatever I have, which is not a house, but you know what I'm saying. Or they could go into a war zone and like get a student, like a chill, like a child, and be like, okay, you are going to be my next future student. Like we're just going to do this fucking technique of just visualizing. And I'm definitely not going to be harvesting your energy and money, if you even have any. And then I'll film how you suddenly become an entrepreneur at New York City or something. It's like, bro, just kill yourself. At this point, bro. Do I come here to just shower you in negativity? No, I think first of all, that's what they are doing. Even if it's covertly seems positive, it's not. Like, you know what I'm saying? Do you get where I'm coming from? It's like if I told you, oh my god, you've lost so much weight, you look so beautiful right now. You could like intuit that then, like, if you gained weight because you're going through something, then I could probably be thinking something kind of insulting if I had that personality. Although I probably couldn't tell it to you out loud. I'd probably be thinking like, ooh, ugh, she's looking kind of rough, or here, whatever, like, you know, like, you're in a lot of weight, ugh. It's like, yeah, because the compliment was based on an insult. Even if we don't think about it, it's happening subconsciously. So what I feel is that they do these things so the mind hears, oh, so it is possible and I'm just doing things wrong. Therefore, maybe I should buy their program? But I'm here to say trust your intuition. If it gives you a bad vibe, definitely trust it. And the solution, we could say, is not figuring everything out with the mind and the imagination and sitting real hard on your like bathroom. It's like, I'm paying rent, I can afford groceries this month. It's like, no, like that's not really going to make it so you can afford groceries. You know what might make it so you can afford groceries? Following your intuition all the time, trying to meditate and reconnect with your soul, and maybe that guides you through higher excitement, because that's how the soul communicates, because it has no language, because language is from this world, and then that tells you to go do something. You're like, yeah, but this is not going to give me money, but you push through that and you keep doing that something because you're having fun. It's almost like when you were 13 or 11 and you just like fully got immersed doing something. Maybe it was music, maybe it was writing, maybe it was something like that, and then you just keep going with that every day, even if it's just like 30 minutes because you don't have more time because of your job. But then that grows into 40 minutes and then 50 and then whatever the fuck, and then maybe you suddenly have a follower on Instagram through this new activity that you're sharing with the world, and then suddenly that turns into your first $5. See, it's like, it's not like a magical solution, but what can I say? I'm a believer of the soul, and it doesn't discriminate. It's not like this is now. Yeah, you could say I couldn't tell to a child in Gaza to do that because like it's like, yeah, they're in a war zone. I'm not going to be like, okay, go play the piano. No, it's like, no, that's what I hate about them. So it's not a perfect solution, but it's better. At least it could happen, because I like, for example, if you have a lot of health issues like I have, your mind could be telling you, okay, you need to move out, find a more quiet place, reduce the stress, do this, but it's giving you more stress. So instead of like going to the bathroom and wearing some noise canceling headphones, and that's it, which is rightfully available right now, no, you like dissociate yourself and try to escape current day stress, which is increasing through the imagination that in the future it might reduce, and you keep pursuing this future vision even though you're currently stressing yourself out even more and pretending that's not happening. So if the soul is always in the present moment, which the body is always in the present moment, then you're just self-justifying with a lot of smart type of Joe Dispenza excuses and justifications into giving yourself more stress, which is what I discovered with porn addiction, for example. I used to be like, yeah, but I deserve pleasure. It's like I'm healing my sexual trauma, or whatever the fuck my mind was telling me. No, it was closer to self-cutting at this point, because not only did I not resonate with it, and it made me feel like shit emotionally, it also made me feel like shit physically. So if I was continuing to do it, it was not because like my soul was telling me to do it, but the mind was telling me to do it. And you know, the mind in these manifestation circles, called whatever, they know this and they exploit it, is always pretending that you can be this higher version of yourself. So if you secretly see yourself as a little like sad, depressed boy, or like, I don't know what you're struggling with, just use your example and try to paint it in a negative light, in the sense like, oh, maybe someone else thinks about me this way. So then they hear that, and of course I believe that you can heal your insecurity, but it's just an example of the New Age stuff. So they use that against you. So they're like, no, don't believe that identity that you have right now. Just imagine that you have a much higher one. So for example, if I'm struggling to pay rent, it's like, and I think my parents feel I'm a failure because it's like, he's 27 and he's struggling to pay rent at his age. I have my shit together, like whatever. I'm not saying it's happening. I'm just saying pretend that's how your mind hurts you, right? So then the New Age guy tells you, okay, so just embody the frequency of someone who has their shit together and like everything's going fine, you're successful, and you take care of your parents. Like it's all like the opposite, right? So then you go to meet your parents in this hypothetical example or whatever, and you're like, you're not really present because you're living through your imagination, your mind. Maybe this whole bullshit that you imagined isn't even happening. And could we say, at least to the polarized, paradoxically, maybe you're trying to manifest more money through this technique, but you're actually pushing it away because, say, your parents would actually love to help you, like financially, they have no problem with it, and they don't see you as a failure, but you're so closed off because you're living like in your mind, like I will deserve love when I'm this more successful version, blah, blah, blah. And they can sort of perceive that energetically, like subconsciously, not verbally. So like they don't really get the inclination to offer you to give you money because they're like, oh no, he's going to be offended by it, right? It's like, because it attacks directly their imagined version that is living inside their heads, where like it's bad to be struggling and it's bad to not be able to manifest $1 million by tomorrow. So there you go, a practical example, right? Because the technique is supposed to, the Joe Dispenza technique, or the New Age manifestation technique, is supposed to get you more money. And in this case, I think I just proved empirically that it could be like reducing it. Because you think you can embody a higher frequency, but that's not how energy works. Like you can imagine a lot of things with your mind, but you can't embody a higher frequency. Yeah, if you're eating McDonald's every day and you start eating vegetables every day, your frequency will rise. But you didn't really do that. If you could do it with your mind and your imagination, then like what's the point of the manifestation technique? You could just you raise your vibration so instantly that you stop instantly caring about the fact that you're struggling, because like you're so enlightened because you like made your frequency higher. So that's it. But they disempower you, because they're like, oh no, you first need to get the stuff that you're imagining will give you the higher frequency, but that gets you onto a desiring frequency, which is a lack frequency, because what's the opposite of desire? Like I can, like, people think when Buddha said desire is the root of all suffering, he was just referencing the positive polarity, so something like, I want a Lamborghini, like that type of desire. No, it's also like wanting things to stay the same, or wanting things not to get worse. It's like all type of attachment removes you from the present moment and therefore lowers your frequency. Like, I'm not going to pretend that if you were in the present moment fully enlightened, you'd be having like a constant orgasm, but you can tell looking at a cat that they're pretty peaceful. So this is all that I'm selling to you here. I don't have anything to sell, but hope that resonated. And if they make you feel like shit, just know that you are enough and you are doing your best. If you catch that your mind is using it to justify doing things that you know are not good for you, also give yourself grace, because that's the way that you'll transcend that. Because you gotta see it like, wait, this hurts me. So like I have something inside of me that like wants to hurt me, because I already realized like it hurts me. So why do I keep doing it? And then once you start seeing like that, you can maybe give yourself more grace and like almost like honoring yourself in the sense of, wow, like I must have gone through things that were so difficult. Whenever, it doesn't matter, like the story doesn't matter, just energetically, like on a past life or your childhood or recently, whatever, right? So that like I developed this way that seems to reduce the pain, right, in the moment, but then it actually just increases it, which feels exactly like what the manifestation coaches are doing, which is crazy, right? Because I told you, like, I began seeing self-harming, or sorry, watching porn as sort of like self-harming, because it's like, yeah, in the present it gives you like a lot of dopamine, but then it destroys you, so it reduces the dopamine even more. So you end up like on a deficit anyway, even though it doesn't feel like it in a present. And the manifestation coaches might be able to give you a lot of dopamine when you're doing their technique right. But when you maybe say a few weeks go by and the manifestation hasn't happened, now you have to pay a price, it seems like. And I'm just thinking of this in real time, if you can't tell, because I'm speaking way more slowly. It's like, oh my God, yeah, I'm gonna manifest $1 million and the mansion. It's like, oh my God, so exciting, right? But then, okay, if it happens, cool, good for you, right? Seriously, but like, when it doesn't happen, or if it doesn't happen, you're like, oh, I failed. Like before you started the technique or whatever, you hadn't failed, but now you did. So it's like a double-edged sword maybe, or something like that. I'll leave you to think about that. I'll see you on the next video, or the previous one if you want to check one of the previous ones.